All right, I guess we're live. Hey everybody, welcome to TacTalkLive. I just jacked that up, but welcome to TacTalkLive, the live podcast featuring a few random guys giving honest, unbiased opinions on guns and gear from an average civilian perspective. I'm your host, Eric Todd. I got the co-host with me today, Adam Hackney. Say hi there, dude. You there?
What's going on?
All right, we're good. All right, so since it's our first episode, I'll tell you about myself a little bit. Name's Derek Todd, here in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm an electrician. Been shooting since I was a kid with my dad and stuff, but really didn't get into guns real big until just a couple years ago. Been a couple years, probably like 2-3 maybe. Got my CCW, been buying guns and into it all ever since. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just your average guy. What about you there, dude?
Adam, I am a firearms enthusiast. I guess that's what I'll call myself.
I like that.
Never really was too big into guns. Guns were always around when I was a little kid, but I never really paid much attention to them, to be honest. I maybe would go shoot a .22 once a year or something like that, and then I guess it was, probably maybe 2 months before the Sandy Hook shooting when I bought my first gun. And then the craziness started, and I guess that made me get into it even more since they were scarce and everything. So yeah, I've really just been into guns, seriously for, I guess, 2.5 years now, something like that. And then as far as me personally, I'm a banker. I don't know what else.
Right.
So.
Right. All right. Well, episode's called e.d.c, so we'll just go ahead and get into it. You want to start off with your e.d.c?
Just show what my e.d.c is.
Yeah. What do you carry every day? Tell them.
Okay. Well, as I said, I'm a banker, so it kind of varies drastically between when I'm at work and when I'm not at work. Because of my profession, I cannot carry a firearm, obviously, while I'm at work. So I guess I'll kind of show what I have while I'm at work, and then always outside of work. And it varies all the time, but as of this week, I guess, this is kind of variation that I've been carrying. So let's see. I've just kind of got my stuff sitting over here. So even when I'm at work, I've always got my Leatherman Juice S2 in gray. It's just a little, I guess I call it a light multi-tool. It's by no means a full-size multi-tool, but it's not a, I don't know, Leatherman has those little bitty, I don't know what the model is, but
yeah, they're
keychain multi-tools. It's not a keychain,
tiny.
Right. So, I mean, it's got your pliers, knife, screwdriver, scissors, stuff like that. So that's always on me. I've been carrying this every day for probably the past 3 years. The pocket clip actually just finally broke on me last week.
Oh.
So this is a Streamlight Stylus Pro. I just always have this. I have this, whether I'm at work or not. And then since it's winter time now, I've been carrying chapstick. So that's kind of what I have on me at work. Other than cell phone, keys, wallet, stuff like that. Everybody has that, so I'm not going to get into that. But so when I'm not at work, I have everything I just showed you, plus I would say I don't carry this every day. I would say this is probably 5 out of the 7 days of the week. But this is a K-Bar TDI in a sheath that I made over at Derek's house. Just a little Kydex sheath. So I wear this. I wear this on my left appendix side, so on the left side. And then the firearm that I've been carrying lately is the M&P Shield. So empty. I guess about the last 2 weeks, I've not been carrying my Glock 19 anymore. I've been carrying the Shield. Appendix on the right side and a little Kydex appendix holster that we made at Derek's. And then on my left side at about, I guess about 5 o'clock, the spare mag that it comes with, the 8-rounder. And I took the little extension for your pinky or whatever because I don't need that. I took that off in a little holster that we made. So that's pretty much the extent to my e.d.c. right now, as of now, what I carry.
Nice.
And like I said, it varies from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always switching mine up a little bit here and there too.
Sometimes I'll throw in the Spyderco Endura or a Kershaw Clash or something like that, but I haven't been carrying a knife other than the TDI, and then if I need a knife, I just use the one on the Leatherman. So.
On the Leatherman, yeah. Yep. I'll go ahead and get into mine here. Mine's actually on me. Let me pan up a little bit.
Oh, before you go, I guess I should say my belt.
Yeah.
Is it the HSGI? What belt is it that we have?
The SOE.
Original SOE e.d.c.
Yeah,
belt.
e.d.c. belt.
That's my belt. So.
Yeah, that same here. I got the same one. His, you're the same color and everything, right? We got the same ones, right?
Yeah, mine's tan on tan.
Yeah. Glock 19 in a G-code incog holster currently. Appendix, and then I carry the TDI on my weak hand appendix as well. Spare mag back here on, what is that? It's about 7 o'clock. And then I'll sit back down for the rest here. But I carry a pocket knife. I've been carrying a Kershaw something or other. Can't think of the exact name of it, but
you have a Skyline, don't you? Kershaw Skyline, isn't it?
Nah, I don't. Honestly, I don't know. It could be. It's silver. It's got the holes down it. I'm not real sure. I got it on sale at Cabela's, and it's been real. It's been real good. It's real thin and thin and lightweight. This is the new one here. My dad just got me for Christmas. It's a Columbia River CRKT. Let's see what the thing is here. M2112 GD. It says it's a Carson design, whatever. I like this one a lot, man. I've only been carrying it obviously since Christmas Eve. I've only been carrying it since Christmas Eve, but
I like that.
It's got some nice serrations, man. It's a little thicker than the Kershaw, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
And now this is a little different. It's got your lock, your release down here, your lock, but to be able to unlock it, you actually have to flip this back and then that. It's hard to see on the camera here, but there's a little.
So you can't unlock it.
You can't just unlock it and fold it down. It's got like a double safety basically, which is kind of cool. So like, there's no way it's gonna close on you.
Yeah, your kids can't pick it up and do anything with it. Yeah, that's cool.
But it's got the assisted open there.
Well, especially because that's just like a opening box knife for you, really. If you have
I'm not
quick in self-defense. You're using your
utility.
TDI, so.
Exactly. I'm going for the TDI if I gotta go down to a knife.
And the reason I said that, I think a lot of people would find that as a drawback. Like, if I needed to use that in a situation, that. No.
It doesn't lock it. I might have said it different, but it doesn't lock it to open it.
Oh, okay.
You can open it right up. It locks it. Once it's open, it stays open. You can't accidentally close it on yourself when you're trying to use it.
I thought you were saying that it locks.
No,
Okay.
No, it's like a double.
Is that Blake tan too?
Is it what? Yes, the whole thing is Coyote tan.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I actually recently, I normally don't carry this, but I recently got some Carmex wintertime.
Yeah, I lost my Carmex, and this was in my stocking on Christmas morning.
Nice.
So I'm rolling with the chap ice right now.
A little chap ice.
Yeah.
And then you actually talked about your Streamlight there you had it so long and loved it. I went to buy one, and I believe I was at Bass Pro or something, and I ended up getting this 511. It's basically the exact same thing. Little 511 light. I think they're like almost the same price, same lumens and everything, but
yeah,
I ended up getting that one. It's been great. And then this is left pocket here. I carry the light there. I carry the Leatherman Wingman, and then it's just a full size Leatherman. And I actually just as of Christmas, my wife got me this. Started carrying this and trying it out, seeing how I like it. It's a Gerber tactical pin. It's got the glass breaker on the end there, real heavy duty pin. Trying it out, and then down in that pocket, I'm kind of on the survivalist side as well, not just like protection and the gun and all that. But I carry a Zippo. I don't smoke, but I carry it for starting a fire or whatever if I ever need to. And I actually just added this. I don't know if it's going to stay or not, but a Zippo, it evaporates. So like it might not even light right now. Okay, it did. But the fluid evaporates all the time, so you got to constantly refill it. Well, I added this little guy here, and basically you just untwist this here and strike it, and it lights like a match. The fluid's down in here, and it doesn't evaporate because it's got a little O-ring. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. They were like $1, so I added that in there.
I was carrying a Zippo for a little bit, but I don't carry it consistently like you do.
Yeah.
And like you said, the fluid evaporates.
Right.
So I wouldn't carry it for 3 weeks, and then I'd pick it up to carry it, go to light it, and it wouldn't light.
It had no fluid.
Yeah. So.
Right. See, that's not a huge issue for me, just because no matter what, you get spark. So, I mean, you can still make a fire easily.
Yeah.
I don't smoke, so it's not an issue. One other thing I want to show real quick, which you haven't seen this yet. I just got this from my wife for Christmas as well. It is it's a key bar. It's the carbon fiber one. And I seen these guys on Instagram. It holds your keys, kind of like on the lines of like an Allen set. It keeps your keys all compact and non-jingling. And it works great. I had trouble. You're not going to see on the video, but it comes with little washers, and you got to space everything out. And I don't know if I'm just retarded or what, but it took me a while to get the spacing correct to where the keys lined up right. But other than that, it works great. The only flaw for me, that this works great like it's supposed to do. It's awesome, very cool design. The only thing that sucks for me, and I'm sure other people as well, but is I have a car clicker. So and a big truck key here, and then I have a cap on my truck, and it has another key, and none of these fit in here, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I got this little hook, and it's got the loop. So basically, that's what I end up with, which still saves me. It eliminates all the rest of my keys. There's still not really any jingle, so makes it more compact still.
Here's a question, Greg, because I was looking at
yeah.
bars. So I like my nails. Do you have to use your nails to pull the key out?
No.
Where I'm going with that is I don't have any nails to.
Yeah, I have long fingernails.
I know you do. You like to save yours.
But no, you just push it. It's hard to show, but you just push it, and it just.
Okay.
And then you pick the key you want. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So, yeah, it wouldn't matter fingernails or not.
Yeah.
Definitely pretty sweet. I think that's. Well, I do have this still on here. I got the Gerber shard on my.
That's on my keys too. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty handy little gadget there.
I love it, dude. I used it up in paint can this morning.
Yeah, you actually had it and you were using it all the time, so I went ahead and got one. They're not expensive. They're pretty cheap.
$5 maybe, if that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Slide this out of the way.
I've actually used the little screwdriver on the end of it before, too.
Yeah,
Several
I've had
times.
to. I've had to quite a few times at work. I'll like leave my screwdriver clear across the job and have to hurry and take something, a cover off of a box real quick, and that's all I have. And it works.
Yeah.
Let me text her real quick. My wife's texting me here.
Unacceptable.
I know. I turned it on silent, but.
So let me. Here's a question for you.
What's up?
This is off track, but. So I'm thinking about selling that second 14.5 upper that I have. The BCM with the Troy rail.
Okay, yeah, with the Troy rail. You had me confused.
But keeping the...
I forgot that was a BCM. So, okay, so you're thinking about selling just that upper.
And keeping the lower.
Keep the lower for the new 14.5.
Yeah, and then... So as it is now, I've got to buy another lower. So I could just put that lower on the 14.5 that doesn't have a lower, but so I know you know what all's on it, but BCM upper with lightweight profile barrel, BCM bolt carrier group, Mod 4 BCM charging handle, Magpul M-Bus sights. I'm gonna keep the Bushnell optic on it, so that's what on there.
It's got a comp, right?
PWS FSC 556 comp.
Right. Yeah, I like that one.
So, I don't know. If you were going to sell it, what would you ask for it? What would you ask for it, and what would you take probably on it?
Man, I don't know.
Because I don't know. I'm not sure I want to sell it, but
yeah. I mean, well, what's your agenda? Are you going to sell it and get something else?
Thinking about getting an Arsenal AK.
An Arsenal AK. Back to an AK, huh?
Yeah, and I'm going to paint it silver like Choreo 7.8.
You were eyeing that one. Is that what that one was?
I think he had an Arsenal. I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it did look clean, though. It looked real nice.
Yeah, it was real clean, man.
Real clean.
But I don't know. I mean, because right now I've got two 14.5s and a 16-inch AR.
Right.
So I don't really need 3 ARs. I don't really need 2 ARs and an AK either, but...
No, at least it's something different to shoot, though. I mean... Yeah, I don't really know, man.
And then here's my other question. Is it worth it to just sell it as a complete rifle and buying a new lower anyway? Does the lower add... Because the lower adds more value to it than just the lower itself is worth.
Well, I would say if it were me, I would try to sell the upper first, just because you can sell it on, like, AR-15.
Yeah.
Try to sell that first, give it a couple weeks. If nothing, then just try to sell the whole rifle.
And here's what sucks, though. Like, so when I got my second 14.5 upper with BCM KMR and all that, that came with the free bolt carrier group that they're running with right now, right?
Right.
When I bought my Troy... or my BCM upper with the Troy rail, they didn't have that free bolt carrier group sale going on, so I had to buy that.
Right.
So now, like, the value's kind of down on them, you know, since they're...
Yeah, which does suck.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think with everything, if I asked, like, 7, I think that would be more than... I think that'd be fair. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a complete upper, so...
With
7,
sights?
Yeah.
Bolt carrier group?
With iron sights.
Compensator?
Yeah. 7's not a bad price. And it's got a low round count. I mean...
Yeah. I don't know. And I'm not even sure I'd sell it for sure, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just pondering it.
What you need to do is sell that 14.5 and get a 10.5.
Oh, I'm getting one of those anyway.
So that doesn't matter.
We'll get to that on the later part of the video. So, anyway, back to your agenda that you had for the day.
Yeah, well,
I was just thinking about that.
No real agenda. We talked about e.d.c. What's something you want to show off or talk about? You don't have to show it off if you don't got it next to you, but something you want to talk about. So what's something you bought recently? Gun or gear, it doesn't matter. What's something you bought recently that you want to talk about?
I mean, we kind of alluded to one of them. I bought a new BCM 14.5 upper, and then also just, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago, I bought this safe back here. So I guess I'll talk about both those. Those are both pretty new.
Yeah.
So this is a Field and Stream 24 or 21. 21 or 24 gun safe. They had it on a pretty good deal over at e.d.c. It was originally, I want to say, $5.99 or $6.99, one or the other, and I got it for $400. So pretty good deal. It's heavy as hell. You know that.
Yeah.
You helped me get it in here. Took
Yeah, it was fun.
Took 3 guys to get in here on a dolly. So my house has a ton of steps in the front, so we had to go up all those. But
yeah, it was fun.
Well, I'll walk over there real quick. I don't know if it'll. Got to pull this up, but so I don't know. It's a decent little safe, and then let me grab that 14.5 upper out of it that I got. I'll show that off a little bit real quick.
Cool.
Can you see it in it all?
Yeah, I can. You can see it.
So this is probably gonna be kind of hard to show, but because I've got it on my 16-inch ARs lower right now. But so we got, and actually this optic's new too, so I can talk about that. But BCM upper, got it from BCM before their little deal with the bolt carrier groups went away. So BCM 14.5 upper came with the bolt carrier group. Standard profile barrel. My other 14.5's a lightweight, so I kind of wanted to switch it up, do something different. I got the BCM comp on there, the Mod 1. Just threw some Magpul flip-ups on there. And then got the new Primary Arms e.d.c, their newest optic that's got the 50,000 hour battery life. So it's pretty cool. I've had it on since I got it, so I've had it for about a month now. Well, probably not a month, close to a month, but I've had it on since I got it. I haven't turned it off, so it's doing good so far. And then that's sitting on the what's this? The American Defense QD mount. So it's got the little QD on there. I'm not a big fan of how it says Primary Arms huge on the side of it, but you know. I don't know, we'll probably do a video in the future about optics, so we'll get into it. But something I read about the optic that I fully agree with is it's 90% of an aimpoint T1 for a quarter of the price, or a third of the price.
Yeah.
So this is $169 versus $600 for an aimpoint T1. So 90% of an aimpoint for a quarter or a third of the price. So that's something that I saw in a video, and I completely agree. So I'm liking that. But
yeah.
So that's the new gun purchase, I guess. So that and the safe.
Nice.
And
yeah,
then I didn't mention it, but you can see it's got the KMR rail on there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm wanting to get that optic for mine. I like it a lot. I'd like to. I want to shoot yours, but I mean, obviously it's.
Well, I mean,
it is what it is. But.
For everybody else, we had the Bushnell, and that's what's on the Bushnell TRS 25. That's what's on my other 14.5 gun, and it's on your 14.5 gun.
Yeah, it's.
And
yeah,
I like it. I've got no complaints with it at all. Just doesn't have the battery life, so.
Yeah.
For $160, I'm willing to spend that to get 50,000 hours versus I think the Bushnell's like 3,000.
It's a couple thousand, yeah.
Which, I mean, we're civilians. We're not over there in Iraq.
Right.
That's our thing. We're just normal guy shooters. We're not.
Right.
We're not tactical or operators or anything, but we like to think that we are. So we want to have the long-lasting battery life stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, if I sell that 14.5 though, I'm gonna put that little Bushnell on my takedown 1022.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll do as well. Because right now I got the It's not like an expensive one or nothing, just a cheap. It's like a 3x9 or something, but it's just unnecessary, really.
Yeah. Kayla's 1022 has like a 1x4. No, it's just a Kayla's 1022 just has a 4. It's not adjustable. Yeah,
right.
Push now 4 power.
Right. Yeah, it's just I mean, you just don't really need it. It's just be so much easier just to have the little red dot on there.
Right. And I didn't really think about it until I saw James Yeager's video where he had one on his takedown. So
yeah,
it was pretty cool.
Seen that.
Yeah.
Yep. I know I got ahead of myself there, but just backtracking a little bit, I just wanted to kind of say a few things on everyday carry and CCW and that. Nothing too in depth, but I know for me, I've only had it. We actually got it around at the exact same time. Like maybe 2 years ago, something.
Something like that. Coming up on 2 years, I'd say.
Yeah, I think we got it in January. We took our class 2 years ago, something like that. But like when I first got it, when I would carry, I was always worried about printing, and I was at the time I had the Glock 17. I didn't want to carry it; it was too big. And now 2 years later, I don't like carrying. I mean, I enjoy carrying the smaller guns because it's obviously it's easier and more comfortable. They're lighter, but I don't care so much about the printing or none of that. It doesn't matter. I don't want to show it off like I have it, but as far as printing, nobody notices. I mean, just Christmas. What was that? What's today? Sunday, Friday, the day after Christmas. I was up at my mother and father-in-law's, and they had people over, and she made dinner and stuff. And of course, I had all my e.d.c. stuff on, and I actually had on two guns. I actually had on the Glock 19 and the LCR because I keep my LCR in my truck.
You're at the in-laws' house, so of course you had to carry that.
you never know. You never know. No, I keep my LCR in my truck. That's my truck gun because, like you, I didn't say that, but like you, I work in construction. I'm an electrician, but I'm not allowed to carry a firearm at work. So if I stop somewhere on my way home or whatever, I like to have a gun with me. So I keep that LCR in my truck locked up, and if I'm going to stop somewhere or whatever, I throw it on. But what happened was I left work, stopped by to get a last-minute gift, got the LCR out, had it on. Well, I wore it into the house. So when we left to go to her mom's house, I just threw it on my belt. And, I mean, it's perfectly comfortable. I wore it, let's see, the 19 was here, appendix, and I wore the LCR at 5 o'clock, which is the LCR, man. Yeah, I mean, it's so lightweight, man. It was perfectly comfortable.
I love the LCR. I hate the capacity of it.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I walk out the door with it, I'm like, dude, you only have 5 rounds, but
right.
The LCR is everybody. You see so many videos where people are like, "Yeah, I carry a Glock 21 every day, and I forget it's even there, and I've also got a Surefire X300 on there. I just forget about it."
Which is not true.
You don't forget about it. People just say that. You always know it's there. You feel it. The only gun, even my shield, I always know my shield's there. The only gun that I can honestly say I 100% forgot I was carrying a gun was my LCR.
Yeah.
That's the only gun.
It's comfortable, man. It's so light. But I had that on me, didn't take it off I didn't put it back in the truck. And so we're there, and I got all this on, and we were actually sitting around playing the Wii U with my wife's little brother. And I went to adjust my belt because it was just a little loose, so like my pants weren't sitting right. So I just tightened it up a little bit. And one of her mom's friends was like, she noticed I had a gun on me. She's like, "You have a gun on you?" And kind of took back for a second. And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I got my carry conceal and But what I was getting at was I had on just on my waist, I had a Glock 19, an LCR, a TDI, and an extra magazine for my Glock, and no one there even noticed at all. You know what I mean? But back when I first started, I would have been freaked out, like everybody can see me printing and,
Yeah.
But people don't actually notice that. Nobody's staring at your waistline.
Yeah.
Not something. Let me.
I'm a little bit more cautious about it than you are. Still, I still think about it. Like, am I printing? But you're right. No
one notices, man.
No one notices, except for maybe another carry concealed person.
Right. They might notice.
I do notice. Now that I have mine, I kind of can spot other people's.
Pay attention a little more.
Or whatever. Yeah, you're a little bit more aware, but.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever noticed someone's appendix carry, but I have noticed like 5 o'clock or like 3 o'clock. I've noticed quite a few of those.
Yeah, the only person that I ever noticed appendix carry was I don't even know if I ever told you about this, but I was kind of like, whoa, dude. I had on a 5'11" tactical shirt.
Yeah.
And this guy at Kroger's comes up to me like, hey, man. This is the type of person that gives Second Amendment supporters a bad rep that I'm not going to describe here. But he's like, hey, man, like the shirt. I love 5'11", and then he just starts talking about gun rights, and we need to just kill all the people that don't support us and stuff. And I'm just kind of like, okay, dude, I'm trying to get away from him. And then before I finally get away, he's like, by the way, I'm how did he word it? He was like, I'm exercising my right, and pulls up his shirt, and he has a gun appendix. And I'm just like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
So, like, be aware of you the rest of the time I'm in the store now.
Completely unnecessary.
Yeah. But anyway.
Awkward.
That's the only appendix carry I've ever noticed, and that's because the guy just flat out showed it to me. So.
Right. Let's see. I want to show my recent purchase. I showed some of the things I got for Christmas. I already incorporated them in my e.d.c. This is one that I also incorporated. This is my extra mag from my Glock 19 that I carry, and I bought the TTI, I believe, Terran Tactical base plate. This is the big one. This is the +6 for 9mm.
Is it +6 or 5?
It's 5 for the 40 and 6 for 9.
Same. Okay.
I believe. Now you got me questioning, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think I'd know this. Yeah, it should be +6. So it turns a 15-round Glock 19 mag into a 21-round, which I like. And here, I actually set this out here on purpose. I normally would carry a Glock 17 as my spare mag, but see if I can demonstrate this. On the back side here, can you see that difference?
Yeah, I can see it. Maybe about ½ inch.
It's very little difference. It's a little more drastic in the front.
Yeah,
because it's a different
angle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different angle. But I mean, for barely any more space, you're getting quite a few more rounds. And I like the way it looks in the gun, but it's a little, sometimes depending the shirt I'm wearing, it just kind of sticks out too far. But let's see if you can see it.
Put your hand behind your on the back side, yeah, because it's kind of blending in with your black shirt. So
can you see it now?
Yeah.
Is that better? Oh, it's kind of, yeah, you can't really see, but I also like it because, when it's hard to see in the black shirt, but if you get in a situation where your magazine doesn't want to drop, you can get a good hand on there and yank it out of there.
Right.
So that helps too, but honestly, it was just one of those things. They were on sale, and I've been seeing a lot of guys run them, and I think they're
sick.
Pretty sweet. Yeah, I think they look pretty sweet, so I got it, but it does have benefits to it.
Yeah,
but,
I think they're sick.
Yeah. So, what's something you got your eye on? What do you? I know you got your eye on the Arsenal.
I got my eye on, like, you know me, dude.
Everything.
I got my eye on enough stuff to make me go bankrupt, bro. So.
Very true. Very true. I've calmed down a bit.
You calm down, dude. But I mean, I just want so much stuff.
I feel like I've calmed down gun-wise, but then, like, I haven't calmed down, like, like, random gear-wise. Like, I still just buy, like, little random stuff all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I still need stuff. Like, I mean, that I haven't got because I just keep buying more stuff.
Right.
I mean, I got my ammo stockpiles pretty much where I want them. So that's another video, I guess. But I guess I got 3 things. I got my eye on 3 things seriously. You know, there's tons of stuff that I want, but Arsenal AK. I kind of been eyeballing those lately. I don't know the Arsenal models, but it's the one with just like the standard looking AK stock, all black, but it folds. It's a folder. 106 FR. That could be completely wrong, but that's just one of the models that's stuck in my head. So I've got my eye on the AK. And then something I've been looking at that is more so just like a toy, if nothing else. I mean, well, for us, these are all just pretty much toys. But Radical Firearms has a AK or an AR pistol. It's a 10.5 AR pistol on primary arms. It's $5.99.
Wow.
For the AR pistol, 10.5 inch with a quad rail. It's their upper, so Radical Firearms upper with a quad rail. And then I believe it's an Aero Precision lower that it comes with the SIG brace.
Wow.
And you used to have an AR pistol, and neither of us really cared for it because that stock wobbled around and stuff. But Odinworks makes a brace stabilizer that you put on your buffer tube now, and it's pretty cool. Have you seen it?
I have not.
Dude, it's pretty cool. So it's just got like a hex screw.
Mm-hmm.
You tighten it down on wherever you want the SIG brace to stop, so it won't slide forward. So they've had a couple buffer tubes like the CAC that have already started doing that, but it still twists, right?
Yeah.
But you know how the SIG brace has that little like flat lip, like at the end where it stops, there's that little like nub that sticks out past it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's a thing that goes, locks that in. So it kind of like sits on that, so it won't let it rotate. So not only does it not let it slide forward, it won't let it spin either. And it's like $30. So that's got me wanting to get one of those AR pistols.
Yeah.
Just to play with.
That'd be pretty sweet, because that was the biggest flaw when I had mine that I didn't like, was that it moved around so much, man. I didn't like that.
They were like, the SIG brace was like fresh out.
Yeah.
So I don't even think they had the CAC tube.
Nah, I'm sure they didn't. I mean, or I didn't know about it.
You just had to run the standard tube, and so like for yours, we would put it on, and then by the time you shot 10 rounds, it had twisted and it was all the way like too close.
Yeah, mine was, I forget what mine was, but it had like a little spacer. It kept it off. It was a little different than a standard, but it wasn't great. It didn't hold it where I wanted it, and it twisted and moved, and it made it awkward, especially when you were trying to like, besides just standing there shooting a target, if you were trying to like run and gun with it a little bit, it was kind of awkward, because you would move and then your stock would move, and then you'd go to line up another shot and your thing's sideways, and it wasn't. I didn't like it.
Yeah, but I'm definitely getting one. They're out of stock now, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to get it as soon as they come back in stock, but
that'd be pretty awesome.
I'll eventually get one of those for sure, just as a toy.
Right.
I'll probably just put some backup sights on it. I probably won't even put an optic on it. But
yeah.
And then the third thing, this has kind of been on my want list ever since I got into guns, but 1911.
Yeah. Which one you eyeing these days?
Which 1911?
Yeah.
Well, the first one was the Ruger SR 1911. I'm kind of over that now. I'm really not looking at one in particular, to be honest with you.
You just want one in general?
I just want one in general.
Yeah.
Which one was I looking at the other day? The Springfield TRP. I like that, but I'm not spending $1,300 on a
Right.
1911. So I mean, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's why I don't have a 1911. They're so expensive,
Yeah.
and I know they're more expensive to make. It's not a polymer gun, but
for something that you're not going to really run or carry, or
it's going to be another fun gun.
It's just a fun gun. It's a cool gun to have, right? It's just kind of expensive. And yeah.
What about you? What's on your
well, I don't know. Well, one thing I've been looking at, probably not going to be. To be honest, it'll probably be the regular one, not the tactical. I really like that FNX 45. The tactical one, probably not going to end up getting. It's just too expensive. The regular
RMR, that's another $500.
Yeah. Then the RMR, right? It's just it's out of my range right now, so probably not going to get that.
For anybody listening, tell them what like the difference is. Maybe they don't know. I'm sure most people probably know. But
I just know from pictures and looking at it. I don't know if there's any actual differences, but the only differences that I seen and noticed was just the tactical version has a threaded barrel, and it's cut for an optic, for a little micro red dot on there. Other than that, I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at the actual whatever specs. Yeah, but I like the way they look, man, and I ain't seen nothing bad about them yet, so I'm going to look into them more, but I definitely want to at least shoot one and possibly get one. Other than that, man,
I know you're
like I said,
I want like anything. You just keep it pretty simple.
I don't have my eye on too much right now. I had my eye on that key bar. I got that for Christmas. There's just like little small things on like Instagram that I follow that like I keep following. And then eventually I get it. I buy one or whatever. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. I definitely want to get the primary arms red dot like you just showed off there.
Yeah, that's on it. Yeah,
definitely. That'll be one of my next purchases for sure.
You haven't shot mine yet, but I mean,
yeah.
Functionality. Whenever you go shoot it, you're just gonna be like,
it's a red dot.
It's a mini red dot. This is my TRS-25, but I mean, let me just pull it because I've still got it right here. I thought, so this has, I know my camera sucks, but
yeah, mine too.
It has these little, like, I don't know if you can see it, but it doesn't have the rotary dial. It has these little plus and
minus. You can kind of see it.
I thought when I got that, I was like, dude, I wish it had the rotary dial. You know, I'd love it way more if it had that, like the T1 and the Bushnell. I actually kind of like it now that I've
You're used to it?
Just playing with it around the house, and whenever I've taken it out to shoot it, I don't know. I kind of like it. It's not that bad. I mean,
yeah,
it's different, but it's not that bad.
And especially, I mean, you've been leaving it on, so
yeah, like right now,
already on.
Yeah, it's on right now. So
right. Yeah, so that's not a big issue, but I'm definitely gonna get that real soon. That'll be one of my next purchases for sure. And then I'll throw that on the Ruger 1022 takedown.
Do you know which mount you're gonna put on it?
Not yet. I'll probably. I don't know. I might end up getting the one you got, but
I know you haven't really like looked at them, but so on their website. So Ray got the cheap $20 one. And I just didn't like it. And then, so after that, they're all like quick detach ones. And to be honest, this was the second cheapest one they have. And it's American Defense. Like, I know everybody, you know, not necessarily raves about their mounts like they're the best thing, but they make respected mounts. So
right.
I just went for that. And I haven't like zeroed it like on a sandbag, like on a rest or anything like that. I just kind of rested it on a tree and, you know, fine-tuned it a little bit. So,
yeah,
you know, within I'm shooting like a, you know, I think it's shooting like a little like low left possibly, but at 50 yards I was hitting a 5-inch target with it. So that, you know, that's good enough for now. But anyway, what I'm getting at is, so fine-tuned it a little bit, as good as you can, just resting on a tree at 50 yards. Then I took it off, and then I put it right back on, and it was hitting the same exact spot. So,
dead on, right?
Yeah, because I didn't have a lot of time to. It was getting dark whenever I finally got to shoot it, so I had literally like 15 minutes to test it out and get it
right.
Sighted in a little bit. So
definitely.
So I gotta go get in there, actually sighted in. I'm not even gonna say it's sighted in, but so it holds 0, on the mount. So
that's nice. Yeah, I'll probably end up going with something. I like the quick detach. I've had one before. It wasn't.
It's cool.
But yeah, I kind of like it.
It's cool.
Yeah. Other than that, man, I don't got my eye on too much right now. Nothing too. I would like to get. I told you this the other day. I would like to get some HSGI taco mag holders for my Banshee plate carrier, but I'm not pressed on it. I got some cheap ones that it came with right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that nothing too crazy. Well, I guess let's talk about our plans for this and other things. We obviously we're starting this. This is the first episode, TacTalkLive. We have another channel, Tough Outdoors, that we have neglected and done nothing with
for years.
A while. Right. So I guess what we talked about kind of a little bit briefly, we want to get back into making videos on that, start doing some reviews and anything we can, all kinds of videos. But and then I know we did a little bit of firearms training this year at a local place called Tactical Intelligence Group, and I guess so we're going to try, hopefully, to go this year to a few other places within close driving distance, maybe TDI. They're in Ohio here. They're not far away. We could go over there, or we're wanting to go to a few other places, hopefully, right?
Yeah, when we're in Cincinnati, I'd like to go to Range Time.
Hopefully he gets something going again, right?
Check them out. Is he not doing classes anymore? Have you seen?
Well, I don't know, because I mean, I guess last I seen he was losing his ability to hold classes at that property. So
right.
I don't know what the deal is, but hopefully, yeah, I'd like to get out there if we can.
I know a lot of people are hating on him because of his stolen valor.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I could care less about that. I think all those people that follow people around in the mall and like stolen valor.
Right. It's
Get over yourself, dude.
It's a waste of time.
But yeah.
Yeah, I never even. I mean, honestly, when I seen that, I didn't even realize that people thought that he was military. I didn't think he was. I had never heard him say it, so I didn't think he was, and it doesn't matter.
I guess years ago on some forum he said that he was in the military.
Right.
And then
stupid.
And this is kind of old news, and then turns out he like signed up, but he never actually went or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Dumb. Well, I don't want to keep it too long tonight. We got the Bengals game coming up here soon. Bengals and Steelers.
Well, I've got one more thing. Let's talk about.
What do you got? Let's do it. What do you got?
In the news. So I don't know if you've been seeing it, but everybody's been posting. The ATF sent out a letter now and this kind of has to do with one of my purchases that I want.
I know what you're going to say, yeah.
So you've seen it. They sent out a new letter in regards to the SIG brace that it is, if you shoulder it, it does classify it as a rifle, a short-barreled rifle. So now there's a controversy of there's basically two letters. The original one that said shoulder it, that doesn't
change anything.
Doesn't change it. And then there's a new one that says if you shoulder it, I think it actually said if you shoulder it, it could be, someone could say, depending on who it was, someone could say that that makes it a rifle. So, so now there's a huge debate on is it illegal.
Yeah, that's stupid. I mean, I don't understand how you can go back on what you previously said, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, how you use something doesn't define what it is. I mean, I can use my AR-15 as a shovel. That doesn't make it a shovel.
Right.
I mean,
well, in my opinion is whether you just have a bare buffer tube on there or a SIG brace or what, it's a rifle.
It doesn't.
It's not a
it's
pistol.
Stupid.
It's a rifle.
It is a rifle.
And I'm not saying that they should be illegal. I think you should be able to have a short barrel rifle.
Exactly.
But
yes.
It's a rifle. It's not a freaking pistol. Come on, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. But yeah, so there's that controversy going on now. So we'll see what comes up of that. But
Yep. Well, I guess let's wrap it up. This is first episode. I guess stay tuned. We're going to try to do this weekly, I guess. What do you want to do?
Yeah, weekly. Maybe if something big comes out in the news or something like that, we might do a midweek episode or something. So.
Right. Yep.
We're just testing the waters, guys. We just kind of got talk like we do every day. Anyway, so we just videotaped it. So.
Yeah, I will definitely be getting a better webcam because this thing is awful on my laptop.
Yeah, I've kind of been watching myself in the corner. I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like on the actual video because it's like delayed. So.
Yeah, it's not great.
Translate like that or what? But.
Yeah, it's not great. I was looking at them on Amazon and they're not too expensive for like an HD mount. Sits on right on top of your screen. Yeah.
I'm using Kayla's laptop right now, so.
Yeah, I'm on mine, and it's not great. But, yeah. All right, well, I guess that about does it. What's your prediction for this game, man?
So, in case anybody doesn't know, Bengals-Steelers. Last week, I said that believe it or not, I said the Bengals were going to beat Denver, and they did, regardless of what everybody else said. But this week, I'm going to say that the Steelers are going to beat us. So I'm just going to keep it real. So. I'm
hoping we can pull through, man. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Andy Dalton. I don't think he is he's a decent quarterback. He's not good or great.
You don't think he's the franchise?
I don't think so. No. And it seems like the games that we've been winning, like last week, for instance, versus Denver on Monday night. Well, last week on Monday night, we ran the ball well, and our defense played excellent and got 4 picks on Peyton Manning, and that's what won the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy Dalton's not winning the games for us, so I think it's going to be tough because Pittsburgh has a really good run defense. So if we do win, I would say it's barely.
Well, Bell tore us up last time, so.
Yeah.
And then, really, to me, it doesn't even matter if we were to lose at this point because Denver is destroying Oakland right now with like 5 minutes left. So we're not going to get a bye regardless.
We're not going to get a bye. The only benefit would be getting home field advantage in the first game of the playoffs. But
so can it work out that we're going to play Pittsburgh again next week? Is that possible?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen the layout of it, but that would suck.
I mean, our conference has 3 teams in it. So
right. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, that would suck.
3 of the 4 teams in our conference made the playoffs.
I mean, if we lose, whether we lose or win, we're either playing, I believe, Pittsburgh or Baltimore because I believe Baltimore got in today.
They did.
Yeah. So I mean, whether we win or lose, we're playing one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yep, but I guess, let's wrap it up.
That was our little Cincinnati tangent there.
All right, well, I guess until next time, we'll see you guys.